Shalom, first and foremost, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who teach you well. Shalom to the elect, the 144,000, first and foremost, pushing his truth in all sincerity. In the four quarters of the earth, it's your brother Tobiah Yakonah coming at you with a quick lesson, and Lord willing, it's edifying. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38 and verse 4. In the previous lesson that I did was going into the division, and we went over Revelation 13 and 11, those two horns like a lamb in the form of the Democrats and the Republicans. Brought out a quick article on how the government shut down and how there's a tension back and forth between the Republicans and Democrats, money all over the table and going toward various agendas and tensions, just the division being created within the people by this back and forth, in the politics. But in this lesson, I wanted to kind of go zoom out a little bit to an even greater division. And the scriptures also speak of division within one's own household. We went into that in Luke 12 and verse 51 to 53. And so wanted to go into an even greater division amongst Esau and his house, which incorporates Gog as well. All right, this is which is Russia. It says, we'll start at Ezekiel chapter 38 at the top. It says, "In the word of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog." And Gog goes into the sons of Japheth. Genesis the 10th chapter. Gog being Russia. Okay. And the land of Magog, again, that's one of the sons of Japheth. All right. And so it says the sons of Japheth because Japheth ruled that area, but over time Edomites took over that area. So the Russians are not Japhetic, they're Shemitic. They come out of the sons of Shem, but they come from the seed of Esau. Okay, so continuing on, Ezekiel 38, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. All right, so the Lord is against Gog. He's against Russia. All right, it says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws." So say it's always a big focus on America, Babylon the Great, and the Edomites, so-called white man. And, prophecy is speaking about, Russia eventually coming up against America, Babylon the Great, with nuclear weapons and war. But it says here that the Lord is against thee, against Gog, okay? And that he's going to use Gog to come up against, America, Babylon the Great, which is another sect of Edomites. So to make the point of the whole lesson, that's going into the division of Esau, Edom, in the house of Edom. Excuse me. Ezekiel 38 verse 4, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth and all thine army horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Yeah, so, Russia and its allies are going to band together and get together they're going to be drawn into this war that is starting up right now in that so-called Middle East, which is it's called the Levant area. Okay. The scriptures speak on how the least of the flock, which is Amalek, the chief, or one of the chief tribe of Edom, which is in the form of those small hatters over there, those big nosed small hat rats over there. All right, they're stirring up commotion, but it's all prophecy. So, in the form of that war over there with the Palestinians, but it's all prophecy. So, says let me grab it real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. I believe that's it. Yeah. It says, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that he hath taken against Babylon. And this is not ancient Babylon. This is the Babylon the Great, America. It says, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Yeah, the land of the Chaldeans, a lot of these Chaldeans were ancient witches and warlocks, and Babylon the Great, America, gets a lot of its power from the ways of the ancient Chaldeans, man. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. The least of the flock being the Ish people, Amalek. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Verse 46, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved through missiles, ICBM destruction. It reads, and the cry is heard among the nations. Yeah, man, there's going to be merchants crying because Babylon the Great, they got down with that whore. They drank of that cup and that philosophy, and they got all them kickbacks and all the little, the monies. Merchants, read that in Revelation, the 18th chapter. It says, but going back to Ezekiel 38, in the 5th verse, it says Persia, which are the Iranians, Ethiopia, which are the Kush, Libya, which are the North Africans, are put with them, all of them with shield and helmet. And see, so yeah, those are they're going to band up with Russia. Iran and Russia have had deep relations and have invested in each other over the years, man. All right, and so the Russians, they provide weapons. And those Iranians right now, they're getting stirred up, they're getting drawn in, as we went into it in Jeremiah 50 and 45, through that Hezbollah and Hamas connection. They're getting drawn into that war, man. Eventually, they're gonna go in, and then Russia's gonna go in, and it's going to be all out war. It's going to be all out WW3, as it's written in Revelation, the 11th chapter, and we'll get that get that real quick. Let me finish out in Ezekiel 38 and 5. It says, all of them with shield and helmet. Yeah, these allies are going to they're going to beat their plowshares into swords. So basically, they're going to come up in a military fashion, man. They were once behind the times as far as military capability, but then they through all those connections with Russia and all that banding together. You got the BRICS nation. Hey, they're going to be helping each other out, increasing their military capabilities, and the biggest military capability is that ultimate sword, that ICBM missile, man. So let's go to Revelation, the 11th chapter, and verse 14. The second woe is past, woe meaning war. And behold, the third woe cometh. That's World War III. Cometh quickly. So like it cometh quickly. Okay. But yeah, man, so entering into that time, man, time of Armageddon. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. For behold, in those days and in that time, who started at the top, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. So we're in a captivity right now. If you don't know it already, you're talking about the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Those that come out of that seed line may look like the other nations. It's not a black or white thing, but we're in a lower state. We're in a captivity under America, Babylon the Great. We're in that the feet of that statue, man, the feet of miry clay. All right. It says, I will also gather all nations. This is Joel 3 and 2, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shabbat, which is Yahweh's judgment. It means Yahweh's judgment in the ancient Hebrew. Yahweh Shabbat. It says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, and they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and so a girl for wine that they might drink. Yeah, so the Lord is going into all of the things that America, Babylon the Great, and the other nations have done against His people. Sold our children into slavery, and they do a lot of child trafficking with our children. They go up missing and nobody ever finds them. They're trafficked throughout the whole world. It says Joel 3 and verse 4, yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? If you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Right, so there's going to be judgment for these heathen in the form of nuclear destruction, man. And so that division amongst these Edomites is coming to a head, man. It's coming into view, big time, man. Specifically, the division between, on a macro scale, the division between America, the kingdom of America, Babylon the Great, and the kingdom of Russia. So, Lord willing, that was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, praises once again to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom to the elect, 144,000. Shalom.